Hello, and welcome to another edition of Connecting the Dots, where we have thought leaders, game changers, and innovators of the telco, TV, and media industry. My name is Andy Waltenspiel, and I'm running a Munich-based consultancy for these industries. Today, my guest is Ruben from Nice People at Work. Ruben, hello, welcome.
Hi, Andy. Nice to be here.
Great to have you here. So tell us a little bit about Nice People at Work and your role there, please.
Yeah, Nice People at Work is an analytics company, one of the leaders in the client analytics area. We are based in Barcelona. We have around about 110 people, and we have customers from all potential media verticals. I'm responsible for sales. I'm the chief sales officer from Nice People at Work. I'm a Spanish guy with a German structure. I'm based in Frankfurt. So I worked also for different telco operators in that area. Some of them are red, some of them are magenta.
So analytics. Analytics means many things to many people. You mentioned client-side analytics. So can you give us an overview of what are the various flavors and why do they matter and what do you specialize on?
So I think it's important to mention you have the overall setup is video analytics. It's related more to QE and QS. Yeah, and we are focused more on the end user, but we have the possibility to inject data from all the different sources to become also something like an end-to-end view for our customers. So due to the fact that 75% of all the problems are occurring on the last mile or on the end device, it's very important to have an accurate setup. Even today, yeah, it's more important because you have a big amount of different devices which are used by the end user, iPads, or let's call it tablets, smart TVs, the traditional set-top box. And customers need to have a client analytics solution who is capable to manage all the different devices, transforming the data in the same way to push it into a service quality management tool, or to use our data directly to analyze the end-to-end landscape or the end user behavior from a QE perspective. Yeah, I think this is something related more to QE and QS. What we're doing on top is, which is very important. Most of the customers are starting to realize that you need to see also from an application analytics, UI, UX, what is happening with your end consumer. Yeah, so QE, QS is one topic. UI, UX is another topic. Usually it's disconnected. And with Nice People at Work, you have the capabilities and possibilities to connect both. So a part of seeing that QE and QS is causing a lot of problems or no problems, why are the users still not using the service? Yeah, it's because potentially UI, UX, and I'm not talking about buttons or colors, I'm talking about UX, which is the user journey, user flow. You need to see exactly what is happening. Yeah, and this is our main focus from a Nice People at Work perspective. A part of that, we have a multi-CDN setup where we can manage and control different CDNs. It's called CDN Balancer. We are managing, of course, also all the ad-related topics from a broadcaster, from any media company-related setups in the daily business. And we have the possibility to see from a churn and from a user behavior perspective, how much or how many critical users you have in your end-to-end landscape to move them into a positive direction.
Okay, so you cover quite a lot. So everybody says you want data-driven decisioning, not gut feeling. I think Netflix was one of the first to say, we don't believe the gut feeling of our CEO. We do A/B testing. I understand that that's what you enable exactly with such a solution, right?
Yes, this is exactly what we're doing. A/B testing, let's call it like this. Yeah, everything what the player is reporting in terms of information and all the other border systems. So you can inject, as an example, metadata, CDN logs, or other different sources into our backend, and we can correlate all the existing setups, into one overview.
So this is something everybody should have, but still it's shocking that not everybody has it so far. Is it complicated to set up such a solution? What does it take? Just give us a short walkthrough.
I think it's important to mention that if you come from a traditional world, where you deployed set-top boxes and stuff like that, you talk about an SDK, The integration of an SDK was always very complex and was very costly. This is, in our case, is completely different. Yeah, so we talk about the plugin. It's a few lines of code, and we do the integration as soon as the customer is committed, the client developer is committed. We can do the integration in several weeks for the complete end-to-end setup.
And so the plugins, they exist for set-top boxes, tablets, TV, gaming consoles, whatever you want to have.
So we are quite convinced that we cover 100% of all the existing players in the market and all the existing devices in the market. If something is popping up due to the fact that we have a QA and a plugin team, yeah, we can develop a plugin according to the needs of a customer.
So there are, let's take the two typical use cases. Either we have a green screen, not green screen, a green field solution. The other one would be you have an existing player with an existing multi-screen, OTT, IPTV, satellite cable, whatever he has, and he wants to start using analytics. What are the questions they need to ask themselves?
Yeah, I think the important thing is that you have operations, you have engineering, and you have the business owner, which is product management or marketing. I think none of them can do that 100%, meaning cover all the different needs. So I think it's important, to use, if you want to use the power of our product called Ubora, you need to have a full picture, also dedicated people. And we provide, of course, a tool which can give you a big advantage in your daily business, reducing cost, managing problems, all the different topics. But I think it's the most important to understand, that the most important asset from a customer is their own people. The topic is that from a daily operations perspective, people are already fully overloaded with topics. If you put that analytics topic on top and you expect results which are improving your business, it's better you don't do that. Because I think it's important to have dedicated people who have dedicated capabilities, and possibilities to manage the setup from an end-to-end analytics perspective.
And where would these dedicated people typically be? Are they in product management? Are they in engineering? Are they in marketing? Where should they be?
Yeah, usually, and this is something I introduced some years ago within one of the largest operators in Central Europe. It's a service management team. You need to set up a service management team who is the quality owner, the gatekeeper, beside investment, quality, product requirements, and engineering capabilities. Otherwise, you never stop, and you never stop the discussions to have a Microsoft feature in an Apple device. I think that's an important topic. And with such a dedicated service management team, you define also guidelines for everybody having the same goals, in terms of how many users you would like to gain per year, what are the quality levels you would like to get per year. I think that's an important topic. You can do that also standalone, but then you're only doing operation topics. But to use the full power of Ubora and the full power of our solution, in general, you should have a cross-vertical alignment between operations, engineering, and the business owner.
Okay, so that means analytics is becoming a transversal task. It's not that something you put as a hobby on somebody back in engineering or in operations. You say this will not work. It needs to really be transversal. It's even a mindset question rather than just implementing a technical solution.
Yes, that's exactly the topic. I think it's a mindset topic. And but it's like I mentioned, everything is existing. Knowledge is existing. People are existing. You with our tool, you have the possibility to really get on a next level in terms of capabilities and possibilities. But this is something you can only reach if you have all together, if you have the same goal. QE and QS is something in terms of analytics. UI UX is a complete different beast. If you see that everything is green from a QE QS perspective, and you see that the consumption rate is not moving up, then it might be UI UX related topic. If you don't have the data, or you have several systems without having a big picture or service quality management tool on top, you're missing an important piece.
Then you're back to guessing.
Exactly.
But nevertheless, I mean, QoE, QoS is important and needs to be there, because without that being in the green area, you can have great UX, but if your quality of service is crap, people will still walk away.
Exactly. Yeah, that's an important topic, and I think why are we existing? Companies like us, yeah, because we are the independent source of truth to judge all the other elements.
Mm-hmm.
So buying a CDN with the analytics solution is like, okay, will the analytics solution from the CDN vendor judge the CDN vendor? I think this is something you can answer yourself, because I think it's important to have an independent source of truth. Yeah, and this is how we're working also with end-to-end solution and platform providers to fine-tune and to manage from an operational point of view the end-to-end landscape to provide the best possible quality to their end customers, which are operators, broadcasters, and others. So I think we have also one of the main platform providers worldwide working together with us successfully. I think we have jointly more than 20 references.
Okay, so you said you're talking to big vendors, platform operators, tier ones. I mean, they don't order analytics for the sake of analytics. They want to achieve a goal. They want to increase ARPU, reduce churn, increase stickiness. So what are the key dimensions you can help them tweak? And maybe you can share some of interesting data that you have managed to achieve for some of them.
The topic is, usually in the analytics space, if you only have a limited amount of metrics and setups and informations or dimensions, you always name them. The topic is that we have more than 90 metrics and a lot of dimensions, meaning every metric, every dimension has a need, has a use case. So to say, hey, this is the most important metric, this is the most important information. There is not the most important information. There's only you have a clear concept at the initial beginning, what you would like to achieve. And based on that, we have the matrix and dimensions to define the use cases, the dashboards, and all the different capabilities, because we don't deliver a static tool, we deliver a dynamic tool, meaning that we can adopt everything done in Eubora according to release and change management setup from an operator. So for our Central European operator, we injected all the error codes of the existing service quality management tool by adding and changing more and more devices or more and more elements in the end-to-end chain or updates or something like that. We had the capabilities to change and to adopt all the different dashboards according to the needs. So you know quite well that there's nothing so constant as change. And if you look into a tier one operator, from an operator perspective, they have up to 400 to 500 different changes per month in their end-to-end landscape. We have a big partnership, as an example, with Telestream. Yeah, Telestream is the state-of-the-art video analytics solution, and we're doing client analytics. By integrating Telestream into our setup, we have the possibility to see if an encoder fails. As an example, from your main public broadcaster, the encoder fails. 30% of the population is affected. Of this 30% of the population, as an example, you have 1 million users. 300,000 people are affected. 10% of them are calling. You multiply it by €5 per call, and you know exactly that this problem is costing €150,000 in terms of operations costs. I think what we are also doing in combination with that is we're showing the reality. It's not just the encoder failed. It's okay. People are affected. The consumption at home is affected, and I think it's important that all the suppliers in the end-to-end chain start to realize what happens if something fails.
Very good. So we heard a lot already. So it's a multi-screen QoE, QoS, but also UX and UI. SDKs were complex. You just work on plugins so you can get things off the ground in a few weeks. So Christmas is already over, but next year Christmas is coming. So you know the famous question, if I were to give you 100 million, no, Ruben, this is not a commitment I will give you. But if I were to give you 100 million, what would you do with it?
With 100 million euros, if I have the possibility, I would get more people on board to develop more features and functions. Yeah, but I would spend 50% of that into organizations where people need support from a COVID-19 perspective. And we see that a lot also in Spain. Yeah, people are affected. Yeah, and I would spend I think the 100 million, I would more spend it into something like this.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think nice people at work is fine. Yeah, I think we're having an evolution. It's very positive. But $100 million only for people who need really money.
Very nice of nice people at work. Ruben, thank you very much for being with us today. Super interesting. I think we'll hear more from you, and analytics in general, data-driven decisions, definitely the way to go. Thanks a lot for being with us, and all the best for the new year, and see you soon. Thanks, Ruben.
Gracias, Andy. The same for you.
Ciao. Hasta luego. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.